OMG. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin. I hope you guys are having a good night. I'm having a good night. Well, at the time this video is being posted at night because I'm making an emergency video. I was tagged on Facebook and then I looked at my Twitter and I seen that former WWE wrestler Chyna has passed away at the age of 45. Now, I have to be honest, her death doesn't shock me, but that's not what I want to talk about on this video. I just want to talk about, man, I love Chyna. I've always loved her, even though she was a bad guy, then she was a good guy. It was just like, I loved her because in the WWE at that time when she came onto the scene, you really didn't see, well, you didn't see women beating up on a man. I mean, a woman might slap a man, but Chyna, she attacked Marlena, and later on she went on to attack Goldust, hitting him with hurricanranas, clotheslines, body slams, and basically she would do that against anybody Triple H was facing. And then, you know, she was in DX, and it was she's done a lot in the WWE. Like, for a female wrestler, she has done a lot. Like, I can't really look at her and say, like, y'all know she's not no damn diva. And I'm glad they got rid of that term. She was a bodyguard, a wrestler. Like, she really made matches entertaining. She would fuck somebody up. Like, she fucked Mankind up with a scepter, with the cage door. Oh my God. When she slammed that cage door at SummerSlam, she slammed that fucking cage on his head. Chyna did a lot in the WWE. Like, because you had your little wrestlers here and there, but before the women were wrestling, like, Chyna was like, she was going there. And I loved when she was a part of the Royal Rumble. I believe that was in 99. It had to be 99 when she was a part of the Royal Rumble. Then she was in the King of the Ring. She lost to Road Dogg. That match was just fun. Like, Chyna, oh my gosh, she has so many memories in the WWE. I will say one thing, that it sucks that the WWE doesn't recognize Chyna, or didn't recognize Chyna, because of her, you know, porn background after she left the WWE. But for me, man, Chyna was everything. Like, I loved her whole run for the Intercontinental Championship when she beat Jeff Jarrett. Like, first of all, I would get upset because I remember the month before she won, and then they said no, she lost, the title can't change, and then they had the Good Housekeeping match. Like, they had a good feud with Jeff Jarrett beating up on all the former WWE women wrestlers and stuff like that, and the current ones. He was fucking them up with the guitars and the figure fours, and that whole feud was just everything at that time. Then she won the belt, beat Chris Jericho at Survivor Series. And then I remember that time he took the damn hammer, fucked her thumb up, and then they were co-intercontinental champions. And then her and Eddie Guerrero, like, it was just a great time for Chyna at that time. Like, and then she was doing movies and shows, and then eventually she did Playboy. But, you know, Chyna really didn't wrestle with the women like that, and then eventually she got into that. But, you know, after a while, after her match with Lita, I believe, we didn't see Chyna. She never lost the Women's Championship after being Ivory at WrestleMania, and that whole angle too, like, or the storyline, because I got to speak that term to people that watch my channel. You know, it was just everything, like with her neck being injured, and she really couldn't do the backflip, so she'll fall out. And when she finally won that belt at WrestleMania, it was like a squash match basically against Ivory. But everyone was happy that she won the match, and Lita challenged her for the belt. Lita didn't win, and then Chyna was gone. But Chyna has a great legacy in the WWE, from beating up on the men to helping DX in key matches and helping them hold on to the belts, and her going for the King of the Ring, the Royal Rumble, winning the Intercontinental Championship, the first female to win the Intercontinental Championship, to winning the Women's Championship a couple years later, and doing movies. Like, Chyna was really, and she had a book. I didn't read it, but she had a book out. Like, Chyna was really doing things in the WWE that other women were not doing at that time. Like, you seen Trish Stratus come onto the scene. She was more of the manager, and then she came back and, you know, she got wrestling skills together, and she became one of the greatest women's wrestlers that ever was in the WWE. But back to Chyna. We seen Chyna's life change, like, after she was in the porn industry, and, you know, her and X-Pac did a sex video one night in China, and then she was just like, she just didn't look right, and she didn't look in her right mental state. She just didn't look like everything was right. It was just bad to see Chyna in that state. And, you know, she went through a lot, like her being with Triple H to her not being with Triple H anymore. What the story is that, you know, her and Triple H were dating, and then when Triple H and Stephanie did that storyline, they eventually became lovers, and Triple H cheated on Chyna, and Chyna confronted Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, and she was no longer in the WWE. At that time, it was still WWF when she left. So, you know, she's always had resentment towards Triple H, resentment towards Stephanie, towards that whole situation, and, you know, it really got the best of her. And, you know, lately we would see videos, like in the past couple of years, we would see Chyna doing videos on YouTube, and she looked sad and she wasn't coherent. It was horrible to see Chyna in that state. And then eventually Chyna was like, I want to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, she was really campaigning to be in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt that Chyna belongs in the WWE Hall of Fame, but I just didn't think like right now was the right time for her. You know, I would have loved to see Chyna get her life together and get it on the right track, and then go into the WWE Hall of Fame. I know Triple H did an interview with Stone Cold on a podcast on the WWE Network, and he was just saying how he didn't want his children to find out that Chyna was in porn. It's like, come on now, people do a whole lot more stuff than porn, and people have done a lot of bad stuff, and they are still recognized in the WWE. And, you know, I just felt like she should be in, but not now. I know Chyna was at Stamford, Connecticut, at WWE headquarters and stuff like that, and they kicked her out. We heard stories of her confronting Triple H at Dusty Rhodes' funeral. Like, it was just bad, and I know that Chyna was really making a movie, and she was doing like a Kickstarter. I know that she really was trying to get herself together. I don't know what happened. We all know that people are gonna make all kinds of rumors about what happened to her. Let's get the official word before we start saying what happened. Even though I'm not surprised, you know, I still want to wait for the official word on what happened, so I'm not even going to get into conspiracy theories here on YouTube. But Chyna's death is definitely a great loss. And, you know, normally Triple H is the person that fixes relationships with wrestlers that have issues with Vince McMahon, and they be like, I'm never coming back, and then they come back, and then they go into the Hall of Fame and things like that. Triple H was always that bridge between the wrestler and Vince McMahon. And, you know, I don't know who would have been the bridge to get Chyna back into good graces with the WWE, but it just sucks to see her die, and then you see WWE recognize all the things that Chyna has done in the WWE. I really think that it sucks. Like, one time I was on the website and I seen that 6 women that won championships in the WWE, like the first person should have been Chyna on that list. Chyna wasn't even on there. And again, it was a great feud between her and Jeff Jarrett. Like, that was great. It was great. That fucking match, it was just, they were crazy. Like, they, the Good Housekeeping match, come on. That whole pay-per-view in itself, No Mercy 1999, that was like the best pay-per-view. It was better than WrestleMania that year. It was so, man. You know, it's fucked up. You know, it's really fucked up. And it's sad that, you know, we never seen Chyna get her life back together. And It just really sucks. And I know WWE is probably going to try to go all out now for Chyna, but they should have been recognized Chyna. Chyna could have been came back to the WWE. So what she had upon history. It's people that done crazy things and they were guest co-hosts in Raw and stuff like that. It just would have been great to see Chyna come back. Just, you know, I don't know what role she would have had, but just to see her be recognized, now they got to do it posthumously. Like, that's going to suck. That's going to suck. But she's still not going into the Hall of Fame no time soon, I don't think. You know, but it's just so sad that Chyna has died at the age of 45. You know, she's had a great legacy in the WWE, something that they can't erase, even though they don't want to recognize it. You know, Chyna is just so sad. What were some of your favorite moments with Chyna in the WWE? Drop them down in the comments down below. As more details become available, I will make videos, probably with Mikkel, just, you know, talking about the situation with her. Even though I'm pretty sure he doesn't know who she is, but he may have seen her before, you know, but he's not a wrestling fan. So I probably had to do like in a solo video, so I'm just saying what I think about things. But for now, that's all I have to say. It's just sad to say that Chyna has passed away, and she passed away at the age of 45, so young. I'll see you guys later today, or later tonight, with the new video. That means like around maybe 10 or 11, you'll get a new video. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.